softly on the hood outside the bowling alley lights. Your denim jacket smelled like smoke and cheap perfume that night. The parking lot was glowing red beneath the neon haze, while old rock songs from passing cars drifted through the summer rain. We climbed into the passenger seat, laughing through the dark, drawing little constellations on the fogged up window glass. And somewhere on that empty road outside our little town, we thought the world belonged to us before it all burned down. We were wild hearts chasing shadows, burning bright against the night. Every moment felt eternal, every dream felt so alive. Oh, summer, static in your eyes still flickers through my mind, like headlights fading slowly, somewhere lost in space and time. Now the city sleeps much colder, and the neon lost its shine, but part of me still lives with you in those endless summer nights. The old motel beside the highway barely stands there anymore. Broken signs and faded paint washed pale by storms before. But every time October rain taps softly on my car, I still see your silhouette exactly where you are. Your old mixtape still rattles in the glove box when I drive, like a tiny piece of history, refusing not to survive. And every scratch upon the tape, every hiss and fading tone, feels like proof that even ghosts don't really let you go. Maybe every memory survives, hidden somewhere in the dark, tiny echoes of the moments that forever changed our hearts. So summer, static in your eyes still burns beneath my skin, like a photograph still glowing from a world we once lived in. And if time erases every road and every city light, I'll still find you in the shadows of those endless summer nights. Some nights disappear forever, but you never really did. Click. You're listening to Heartline FM, keeping lonely hearts company all night long. softly on the rain outside the car. Old cigarette smoke floating underneath the dashboard stars. The radio kept playing Journey somewhere after 2, while thunder rolled like distant drums across the avenue. You rested tired eyes against the passenger side glass, watching motel signs and midnight towns disappear too fast. And somewhere through the static hiss between the songs and rain, I felt our fading little world still breathing through your name. We were restless young believers, burning bright against the dark. Every station felt eternal. Every song became our heart. Oh, echoes from exit 22 still haunt me late at night, like faded radio transmissions floating through fluorescent light. Now the highways feel much colder, and the neon glows less bright, but I still hear your laughter in the static every night. The old arcade beside the diner finally shut down last spring, but in my mind those broken machines still glow electric green. You're dancing near the pinball lights with glitter on your shoes, like every tiny second knew how temporary youth could be. I found your old cassette recording underneath the seat, your voice buried in tape is some fading frequencies. And when the chorus slowly cracked through all the analog waves, it felt like time itself forgot we ever went away. Maybe every radio ghost still survives somewhere above, tiny echoes of the dreamers who burn too hard in love. Oh, echoes from exit 22 still echo through my soul, like headlights disappearing slowly down forgotten roads. And if every station fades away, if silence steals the night, I'll still meet you in the static beneath those fading lights. Crackle, stay warm out there tonight, dreamers. Crackle, for the lonely drivers still awake tonight. This one's for the hearts that never moved on. Tail lights bleeding red across the rain-soaked cigarette smoke drifted slowly across the passenger door. You traced little hearts and fog upon the freezing window glass, talking about escaping this town before our youth could pass. And summer in the humming dark beneath fluorescent skies, we thought love could outrun anything, even time. We were restless midnight dreamers, burning fast through neon nights. Every song became forever, every kiss felt so alive. Oh, neon rain on Interstate 5 still pours inside my mind like broken radio memories, frozen somewhere out in time. Now the city glows much colder, and the nights don't feel the same, but I still hear your heartbeat through the static and the rain. The drive-in theater's empty now, weeds growing through the cracks. But in my head the movie still keeps flickering right back. You're dancing near the speaker poles in your leather jacket shine, like every little second knew it wouldn't survive time. I found your old cassette tape underneath the driver's seat. The label nearly faded white from years of summer heat. And when side A began to play, through all the hiss and noise, I swear the past came roaring back inside that broken voice. Maybe radio ghosts survive, floating somewhere through the night. Tiny echoes of the lovers who burned too bright to disappear. Neon rain on Interstate 5 still echoes through my soul like headlights disappearing slowly down forgotten roads. Oh, and if every station fades away, if silence steals the night, I'll still meet you in the static beneath those neon lights. Good night, lost romantics. ghost beneath the sky. Little echoes of the dreamers who burn too bright to die. Fireflies behind the mall still shimmer in my soul, like snapshots from a lifetime that disappeared too slow. And if every street forgets us, if the years erase the signs, I'll still meet you in the silence beneath those suburban lights. The parking lot went empty, but the feeling never left. Chain link shadows on the pavement underneath the floodlight glow. Summer wind and distant sirens drifting softly through the road. Your white sneakers drawing circles on the cracked out painted lines, while somebody played old records from an apartment nearby. We stayed out way past midnight, talking about escaping town, dreaming bigger than the small streets stretching all around. And every laugh you gave me felt electric in the dark, like sparks flying from the cigarettes we hid behind the park. We were young enough to believe nothing good could ever end. Every heartbeat felt immortal, every night felt heaven sent. The moonlight on the basketball court still shines inside my veins, like echoes from another lifetime floating softly through the rain. Now the city sleeps much colder, and those summers disappear, but I still see your shadow dancing every time the night is clear. The corner store and arcade sign both faded years ago, but memories survive in places nobody else would know. Like your jean jacket in my backseat, smelling faintly like July, or handwritten cassette labels slowly yellowing with time. Sometimes when the thunder rolls across the empty streets, I hear those old synth melodies buried underneath, and suddenly the whole world bends somewhere between then and now, like part of us never really left that town. Somehow, maybe you survives forever, hidden somewhere in the night. Tiny ghosts beneath the streetlights still burning soft and bright. The light on the basketball court still calls me back again to those reckless, endless finally faded, but the feeling never left.
You're riding with Nightline FM, where every lonely memory still gets a song.
Blue neon dripping softly on the rain outside the bar. Headlights sliding through the darkness underneath the boulevard. The waitress poured another coffee while the jukebox played too low. And air supply was echoing like ghosts from long ago. You wore that red leather jacket with the silver cross chain, laughing while you drew little hearts inside the window rain. And somewhere in the cigarette smoke floating through the light, we thought those reckless summer nights would somehow never die. We were runaway romantics, burning bright against the dark. Every station felt like heaven, every song became our heart. Oh, last call on Sunset Boulevard still echoes through my veins, like gold FM transmissions lost somewhere inside the rain. Now the city shines much colder, and the nights don't feel the same, but I still hear your whisper through the radios and rain. The bowling alley closed years back, the arcade faded too. But in my mind the parking lot still glows electric blue. You're dancing by the payphone while Bon Jovi filled the air. Like every little second knew we'd never stay there. I found your old Polaroid underneath the passenger seat, edges curled and colors fading from the summer heat. And when the chorus hit the speakers through the static hiss, I swear I felt your heartbeat hiding somewhere in it. Maybe every radio wave still carries who we were, tiny echoes drifting endlessly through midnight thunderstorms. Oh, last call on Sunset Boulevard still survives inside my soul, like headlights disappearing slowly down forgotten roads. And if every station fades away, if silence steals the night, I'll still find you in the static beneath those old neon lights.
Crackle, sweet dreams, midnight lovers. You're listening to After Midnight Radio, where memories never really die.
kept tapping rhythms on the hood and tiny hits. You leaned your head against the glass and watched the city lights. Like every passing moment carried pieces of our lives. And somewhere through the static hum between the songs and rain, I felt forever trembling softly underneath your name. We were midnight runaways, young hearts burning through the dark. Every song became religion, every touch became a spark. Oh, the static between two hearts still echoes through the radio, like a broken transmission from a love I can't let go. Now the nights grow colder slowly, and the highways feel so far, but I still hear your voice calling through the static in the dark. The bowling alley closed last winter, signs all burned away, but in my mind the jukebox still keeps playing yesterday. You dancing near the arcade glow with glitter on your shoes. God, nobody tells you how the past keeps haunting you. I found your old voicemail recorded on a cassette tape, your laughter buried underneath the hissing grainy waves. And for a second time stood still somewhere inside the sound, like all the years between us simply disappeared somehow.
Maybe radio waves remember every word we left behind, floating endlessly through darkness, long after goodbye.
Oh, the static between two hearts still survives the passing years, like headlights cutting through the storm, while old songs fill my ears. And if every station fades away, if the silence takes the night, I'll still find you in the frequencies between the dark and light.
Crackle. For everyone still awake tonight, this song is for you.
The dashboard glows, painting gold across your tired eyes. Somewhere past the city limits, under violet summer skies. Your sneakers on the passenger seat tap into the radio, and every little moment felt too beautiful to hold. Old motel postcard still hidden in my drawer, with faded ink saying don't forget what we were fighting for. Funny how the smallest things survive the wreck of time, like your perfume on my old coat, or your name inside my mind. The radio still plays those songs we scream with open hearts, back when every tiny promise felt too sacred to fall apart. And every lonely midnight now just leads me back to you, like those endless roads still somehow know exactly what to do. Maybe every sunset leaves a ghost behind. Maybe every memory keeps another life. Maybe somewhere out there we still drive with the windows down beneath electric skies. Oh, the summer lights on Route 9 still flicker somewhere in my veins, like a photograph still burning inside an old forgotten frame. And if time keeps moving forward, I'll still turn and look behind, searching for your shadow dancing in those summer lights on Route 9. The engine fades into the night, but your memory never does. The gym lights shimmered softly on the polished wooden floor. Paper stars and silver streamers hanging by the door. Your blue prom dress was glowing underneath the colored lights, while some old 80s love song carried through the night. My hands were shaking, nervous when I asked you for the dance. You smiled like every teenage dream was happening at once. And somewhere near the punch bowl and the faded radio, beneath that glowing exit sign. The parking lot was quiet when the final song was done. Summer air and cigarette smoke drifting one by one. You wrote your number on my hand in fading purple ink. Back before the world got hard and love could make us weak. Now the gym's abandoned silence covered up the walls. No more echoes of those restless kids running through the halls. But every time October rain taps softly on my car, I still see your silhouette exactly where you are. Maybe some nights never leave us. Maybe some songs never die. Maybe every lost young memory still survives somewhere inside. Oh, we were dancing slow beneath the exit sign, while forever filled the air. Tiny hearts, too young to realize world slowly fade, but I still see us laughing underneath arcade parade lights. You dancing in the parking lot with cheap sneakers soaking wet, like the universe was trying hard to help me not forget. And every passing thunderstorm still carries something true, a little piece of every road that once belonged to you. Maybe memories don't vanish, maybe they just rearrange, living quietly inside the songs that still remember names. Maybe somewhere in another life we never let the summer die, still driving underneath neon skies with endless stars reflected in your eyes. Oh, the radio played your name again, it stopped my heart in place, like time itself had folded back to those reckless younger days. And if the stations all go silent, if every melody should fade, I'll still hear your voice forever in the songs the night still plays. Static slowly disappears, but you never really do. The stadium lights were fading as the crowd all disappeared. Cold October wind and distant sirens drifting through the air. Your cheer jacket wrapped around you while we walked across the lot, talking about forever, like forever is all we got. Parking lot lights on. The diner near the highway closed sometime back in '99, but in my mind the jukebox still glows red and white at night. You're dancing near the counter while the whole world blurred away, like those tiny reckless moments dashboard glow inside my old beat-up car. The city feels half asleep beneath the humming power lines, while Bryan Adams softly echoes through the late-night radio nights. You used to sing beside me with your feet up on the dash, laughing every time the signal faded in a static crack. And somehow every broken sound still pulls me back to you, like old FM frequencies still carrying what we knew. We were runaway believers, young enough to chase the night. Every station sounded magic, every song felt so alive. Oh, Midnight FM 1987, still playing somewhere in my mind, where your voice and all those old songs never disappeared with time. Now the highways feel much colder and the neon burns less bright, but I still hear us singing softly through the radio at night. Diner by the interstate still flickers after dark. Same cracked booths and coffee stains, same jukebox falling apart. And every lonely traveler there looks half lost in memories, like ghosts still chasing summer nights through faded melodies. I found your old cassette tape inside the glove box yesterday. Saturday almost worn to silence from the times we used to play. And when the static filled the speakers, for a second you were there, like the past was still alive somewhere inside the air. Maybe every radio wave carries pieces of our lives, tiny echoes floating endlessly through the dark beyond the sky. Survives inside my soul, like headlights crossing rainy streets on roads that lead back home. And if every station disappears, if the silence steals the night, I'll still hear your heart forever in the static of the night. Good night, lonely dreamers. See you again tomorrow night. The arcade down on Riverside still glowed in shades of blue. Pac-Man sounds and pinball echoes bouncing through the room. You laughter cut through cigarette smoke, drifting near the door, while Journey played from tiny speakers cracked from years before. Spend our last few dollars trying to beat the high score screen, like teenage kings and queens pretending night felt immortal. Every moment begged to stay. Oh, arcade lights in the rain still flicker through my soul like fading little memories, too beautiful to let go. Now the city feels much colder, and those summers washed away, but I still see shadow dancing through the arcade lights and rain. The skating rink beside the theater finally closed last year. Broken windows, faded posters, silence everywhere. But in my mind the music still comes pouring through the dark, and your white sneakers still move circles underneath the sparks. There's an old cassette recording buried in my room, with us singing badly to those power ballads after school. And every crackle on the tape, every hissing worn out sound feels like tiny ghosts of us still floating all around. Maybe every memory survives, hidden somewhere in the night. Tiny echoes of our younger hearts, still burning soft and bright.